your rival. These splits were unbelievable.
And not catching Caleb Russell. Stroller with his goal. This was all Orion Tippett.
This is Edie Ledecky.
Leon Marchand, megastar of these Paris Olympics.
Wow, that might be one of the most incredible Olympic final sessions that we've ever seen. So many storylines, so many historic moments. World record. Yes, I said it. We said the pool was slow, but we've seen some world records. Guys, sit back, grab some popcorn, because we're about to dive into this race by race. We're going to look at the splits. We're going to talk about the storylines. I hope you guys are as excited as I am to dive into this. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get things. As always, tell me where you're from in the live stream, in the chat, in the comments. What are the storylines? Are you surprised? Are you excited? Let's get this thing going. Here we go. We kick off the night with the women's 100-meter freestyle final. We have some superstars in here. We have the world record. That's Sarah Sjöström from Sweden. We have Hahe is our top qualifier. Molly is the Olympic champion in the 200-meter freestyle. We've got Tori Husk up there. She's been on fire. 52 relay split the other night. Anyone, and I said this after the semifinal, anyone in this heat, anyone in the pool from lanes 1 through 8 has a chance to win this event. Don't forget about Gretchen Walsh. She's the fastest swimmer in NCAA history, right? There are so many storylines in this. From lanes 1 to 8, any of these ladies can finish it. And when they dive into the water, look at how close it was all the way through. This, keep an eye on the clock, this is 14 seconds into the race, and it's pretty much endless. Now, I know what you're saying, okay, 14 seconds, they haven't really gone very far. They are moving very fast. This is 25 meters. So they're about 30 meters in. This is about 30 meters into the race. 30 meters into the race, and pretty much anyone's race to be had, but take a look at Tori Husk for the United States. She is out with the early speed, clocking 1.83 meters per second. And as we progress through the race, look at this. There she is right there. That's Tori Husk. She has the lead. We saw her win the 100 butterfly. This is Tori Husk. Let me put some labels up here. Tori Husk. Shibon Hahe right there from Hong Kong. Take a look at this. This is Gretchen Walsh at the bottom of your screen. But wait a second, let's not take our eyes off Sarah Sjöström. She is the world record holder, and this is the crazy thing. She wasn't even sure if she was going to swim this event a few days ago because she had an okay performance on the relay, and she figured, you know what, I came here to swim the 50 freestyle. Maybe I don't need to swim the 100 freestyle. Well, guess what? I think everyone is happy, well, maybe not the other ladies, that she decided to show up and swim this event, because look what happens after the turn. After the turn, they're coming off, and she's starting to make her move. Looks like Gretchen Walsh had a great wall. Tori Husk is looking good. Hahe's looking good. Like I said earlier, we have 35 meters to go in this race, and it is anyone's swim. Any one of these people from lanes 1 through 8 can win the women's 100 freestyle. And as we get closer into the finish, it's still anyone's race. Tori Husk is still looking really good. Now we have the closer, O'Callaghan from Australia. She's coming in hot. We know she has closing speed from the 200 freestyle. And into the finish, look at how close this was. There is Sarah Sjöström with the closing speed. She's moving at 1.71 meters per second. Tori Husk fallen off just a little bit, but she had such a lead that she had built. That's why she's still in this race with less than 5 meters to go. Keep an eye on the clock. We're at sub 50 seconds right now. And isn't that crazy to go from 50 seconds to 52? 2 seconds to go those last 5 meters, because they are moving almost 2 meters per second. The math checks out, and guess how it is at the finish? It is all Sarah Sjöström. Oh, I got to take myself off the screen so you guys can see it. Look at that finish. Let's go. And look at the surprise on her face. I think this really says everything right here. I mean, she is happy. She is shocked. Let me know what you guys think in the live chat. Talk amongst each other. What is the emotion that is happening right now? Because this is absolutely insane. Yeah, we'll put in the comments. Go ahead and put how you can watch the footage here. Shout out from Australia. But let me know in the live chat, what do you guys see the emotion? What is happening right now? Because this is absolutely historic for her. She I mean, think about it. She didn't even want to swim this event, and she comes in as the world record holder. You think she's going to win it, and she just shows up and that is absolutely massive. So congratulations to Sarah. Let's take a look at the results right here, and you can see just how close it was. I mean, there she is with that 52.1. Let me zoom in on this so you can see this a little bit better. Wow, look at the time differential. 52.16 to 52.29, 52.33, 52.34. Can you imagine? She won the 200 freestyle, and she didn't even get on the podium by 1/100th of a second. Guys, do you know how close that is? That is absolutely insane. Let's go back to the face right here. I was asking you guys, what are the emotions happening? I think she is shocked. She is a legend. Yes. Yes. Guys, I was jumping up and down like a maniac. Tonight, this final session, I mean, the fact that we kicked off with this, and I think it gets even better. It gets even better. Can it get any better than this? I don't know, but I thought it did. It was absolutely amazing. She didn't breathe the last 15 meters. She came out like a missile into the wall. Oh my goodness. Yes, she is considered the greatest sprinter of all time on the ladies' side. I mean, she's just killing it. Absolutely killing it. And she came, what other races is she participating in? She is racing in the 50 freestyle. And then, a lot of people don't know this, but after the Olympics, apparently they have some event in Sweden, her home country, where she is going to swim the 50 butterfly, and she's going to try and break her world record in the 50 fly. And I have a feeling if she's going to retire, it's going to be after breaking the world record in the 50 butterfly after the Olympics. And I think she planned it out like that. You know, she was even saying that, you know, this event is not for people at the age of 30. And I think this just goes to prove age doesn't matter. We saw Anthony Irvin, 35 years old, win the 50 freestyle. If you train smart, if you have the right mechanics, if you have the right mindset, you can do what she just did. Absolutely amazing. And I'm so excited for this race. Was really pulling for her, and I'm happy that she put it together. Let's keep things moving. Here are the splits. You know, craziness. Look at that split. She came home in a 26.9. I mean, what else are you going to say about that? She went out pretty fast. That's Tori Husk. I mean, look at where's Gretchen Walsh. Gretchen Walsh was out in a 50 or 25.2, but you can't come home in a 27 when Sarah Hoystrom's coming back in a 26.9. Remember, Hoystrom has the world record. You can't see it. There it is. She has the world record in this event, and that was set all the way back in 2017. But wow, look at that. And the night just got better and better because we have Leon Marchand against Krzysztof Milak in the men's 200 butterfly in what could be one of the greatest Olympic races we've ever seen. To get you guys up to speed on the lane assignments, check it out. We have Leon Marchand right there in that darker cap. He is in lane number 5. We have Krzysztof Milak, who is the defending Olympic gold medalist and world record holder, and definitely the guy to beat. He is in lane number 4, and we knew heading into this, it is going to be a 2-man race into the finish. And I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't have Leon Marchand winning this event because Krzysztof Milak, he looked so good in the semifinal. It's really hard to bet against a swimmer who looks so smooth, and his time was already faster. Leon Marchand would definitely have to go a best time and give it everything he had if he was going to dethrone the Hungarian butterfly superstar. And look what happens when they dive into the water. Krzysztof Milak took it out like an absolute freight train. Look at the speed he had into that first wall. This is at 23 seconds. They are heading into the first wall. This is Marchand right there, 1.69 meters per second. I mean, I thought it was actually over. I thought, you know, it would be nice if Marchand can kind of hang in there and not get embarrassed in front of his home crowd. You know, hang in there for a nice second place. Nuh-uh. He had a different game plan than everyone else. I mean, I think everyone was relatively surprised how much he was able to come back on that last 50. But let's go 50 by 50. So this is the first 50, 23 seconds in, and we see Milak taken out like a freight train, and he looked good. It's not like he really pushed it. He looked easy speed. He looked smooth and controlled. Now we come into the 150 mark. Now the time is at 1 minute and 19 seconds. They're almost at the 150 wall, and now it is pretty much even. Look at the speed differential. This is Leon Marchand, 1.68 meters per second. This is Krzysztof Milak, 1.69 meters per second. These guys are moving almost the exact same speed, and we're going to need to see something really special if Marchand is going to gain on him in that final 50. And now, with just 13 meters to go, look at the distance. We're at 1 minute and 43. Look at the speed differential. This is very important. Marchand is moving at 1.66 meters per second. Milak is starting to fall off, but this is, I was jumping up and down. Like both of these guys are not from my home country. I have not interviewed either of these guys. I hope to do that and do some collabs with them one day. But to be so excited for both of them, to know that this is happening, and then for Marchand right here, that this is his home country, they are going nuts. The audience is just losing their mind right now. And look at how close they are. Look at how close they are. Their head, the distance right now is probably what I have right now in my hand. It is probably, centimeters, the distance between them, and Marchand is closing the gap, and they have literally 12 to 13 meters to go in this race. And into the finish, what happens into the finish? This is Marchand right there, and this is Christoph Milak. This is Leon Marchand, Christoph Milak. Look at the finish. It came down to the touch. Actually, it wasn't even that close of a race. It was a close race. It became very dramatic with about 10 meters to go. And as soon as you saw, I think it was confirmed that Marchand was probably going to win this with about 25 meters to go. I know in the last image, when you look at this, it's like, oh my God, it's anyone's race. But it's the differential, right? When you see a swimmer maintaining their speed, and that is Marchand right here. He was able to maintain his speed just so much better. And what we actually look at the results, you're going to be pretty surprised at what happened at the very finish. There is the finish right there. You can see the touch. You can see the officials just trying to make sure they touch with two hands. Remember, butterfly and breaststroke, we touch with two hands. And when you look at this superstar in front of his home country of France, I mean, can you only imagine the hype, the intensity? Everyone is just... Yes, we're going to get into Penn. Hold on a second, guys. We're talking about Marchand. This was absolute chaos. I mean, these guys were putting it together. 24.9, 28.5, 28.7, 28.9. That second 100 is the fastest second 100 butterfly that we've ever seen. I mean, to come back in 2:28s, I mean, look at the current world record holder. I mean, yeah, he was holding 28. He fell off a little bit. Now, remember, this is Milak. He is the world record holder. Let's look at the world record splits for a second. The world record's a 150.3. He was out in a 51.8. Dang, 51.8. And then he was 120.5. Look at the final time here. 151.2. And you know what's funny? In the after race commentary, Michael Phelps was talking about how incredible Marchand's swim is. And he's like, yeah, he went a 152. And in my head, I'm like, dude, he didn't go a 152. He went a 151. Give the man credit. I know he just kind of slipped up, but I mean, 151.2. These times are insane. We were talking about the pool being slow. Absolutely some fast swimming here, despite not being a world record. Leon Marchand took down the world record holder and the defending Olympic gold medalist. That's something that's tough to do, and he did it with his home pool backyard. Absolutely insane. All right, let's keep things moving because we got a lot more action to talk about. Next up, we have the women's 200 butterfly semifinal. I'm going to keep things moving through the semifinals a little bit more quick because we got to get into these finals races because this night was just so packed with action, so much history being done. Just let's keep moving. Okay, so we got Regan Smith. We got Summer McIntosh. We know how much of a goat she is in that 4IM, so she could probably do a 200 butterfly. All these ladies, a lot of props to them. Now let's go ahead and move through the race. You know, we talk about speed. We saw Summer McIntosh right there. We saw Regan Smith. They're going to be a showdown tomorrow night in the final. Remember, prelims are in the morning, semifinal at night, and then the following day we see the final of all of those events, 200 and down. This is the second semifinal. This is the defending Olympic champion from China. We got Shekel in there for the United States. Now, I will be honest with you guys. I always give you guys the straight talk. I don't try and fluff it. I give you guys the real talk. This is one of the slowest events in swimming. The women's 200 butterfly. I think there were only like 19 people that even swam in the prelims. So like literally 16 of 19 got to swim again, and you'll see it here into the finish. I mean, look at this spread, right? We got our top swimmers right here, and then, you know, everyone else kind of far behind. And when you consider the world record is a 2:01, and these ladies are not even close to that. So let's just keep things moving. There's the finish right there. Look how close it is. It is a semifinal. You got to make sure you get in the top 4. And these are the ladies who are advancing into the final, led by Summer McIntosh, the greatest 400 IM swimmer, and basically the best all-around swimmer on the planet on the women's side. And we have Reagan Smith right there. It's going to be a battle between these top ladies. I don't think these guys have a chance, but you never know. It's the Olympics. Let's kind of cheer them on for tomorrow. And these are the results. I think they were coasting. It's a 200 fly. You can kind of see what I was talking about. There's not much depth here. I mean, look at these times right here, right? 208 to 210, and the world record is a 201. Are you kidding me? You're 9 seconds off the world record. Let's pick it up. If you guys are young and you're on the female side and you want to swim fast and you want to get to the high level, 200 fly. It's wide open. Go after it. All right, let's keep things moving. That's my hot take. You all know who this is. This is Katie Ledecky, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, female distance swimmer, freestyler, whatever you want to call it. She is coming in to swim the 1500 freestyle, where she is not only the defending Olympic gold medalist, she won it the Olympics before that, and she has, I believe, the top 20 times of all time in this event, meaning no one has gone faster than her for the last 20 times at the top of the leaderboard. I don't know how else to describe how dominant she is in this specific event. So let's take a look at what that looks like in real time. This is our leader. They may as well write GOAT. I don't know why they don't just write GOAT. They could basically just do that, throw the GOAT emoji on there. This is Katie Ledecky. Now, if you notice, we're early in the race, right? Now, this is the result you would expect, like 200 meters in, 400 meters in, 800 meters in. She's already destroying everyone, guys. Like, you're out of it. You're pretty much, these ladies right here are not in the race. And it's only 47 seconds in a 15-minute event. Just to kind of start to wrap your mind around how ridiculous this is. So let's go ahead and keep things moving because the lead just gets more and more ridiculous. This is Katie Ledecky right there. Look at the clock. We're heading into the 400 mark. This is an actual event in swimming. Ledecky used to have the world record in this event. She got third at these Olympic Games. We had blanking on her name right now, but the Canadian swimmer and the Australian swimmer, right? They were in this, but they're not swimming the 1500, right? We saw Summer McIntosh. We saw these top athletes, but you know what? Look at the lead that she has right now. Look at the lead. She's starting to get some distance. Let's keep things moving through the race. Okay, now we're at the 800 mark. We're approaching the 800. The distance is getting a little bit ridiculous right now, and you might be wondering to yourself, I actually thought about this when I was watching, where are the other swimmers in the event? Right, like we're focused on like, okay, you got the American flag here, you got the French flag, you got the Italian flag, like, okay, this is all cool, but like, where's the rest of the field? Like, are you guys watching what I'm watching? Like, where is this swimmer right here? Where is this swimmer? Where is this swimmer? And where is this swimmer? Like, we're missing some people. It's because they're so far out. Like, look how far back the cameraman is zoomed in, and we're like halfway through the race. So it gets more ridiculous. Here's the underwater shot. If you guys are looking to take your swimming to the next level, we're at about 12 minutes, but she looked like this the whole way. Got that good extension. Eyes are looking down. Great body position, and that's why she's swimming fast. So this is pretty cool to look at. Now let's go ahead and just see. Look, may as well write GOAT. I mean, why would you write leader? May as well put her name there. I mean, greatest of all time. I mean, where is everyone else? Where is everyone else in the pool? They're not even there. She's swimming by herself. And now when we get into the finish, this is the scene that I thought was ridiculous, okay? First of all, this is Ledecky, right? This is Ledecky. She is so far ahead. This is heading into the finish, right? We're almost done with the race. She is so far ahead. This is the second place finisher from France. You can't even see the third place finisher. Think about that for a second. And, oh, wait a second. I found it. Wait a second. This person's going in the other direction. Like, think about that for a second. Oh, I found another person. I found another one. No, she's not going this way. No. This person's going this way. The same as this person. This person still has to go that way, and this is 15 meters to go. This is 15 meters to go, right? Not 115. You get what I'm saying, right? So she is absolutely dominating this field, which is really, really mind-blowing. And into the finish, let's just go ahead and skip to the point. Oh, I have one more slide just showing how ridiculous this is. There's second place, and third place, I think, is there. She's still going that way. She's still going that way. She's still going that way. Guys, if you ever been to an Olympic-sized swimming pool, you realize how big the thing is. This is not like your backyard swimming pool. Oh, you go there and back. No, dude, an Olympic swimming pool is 50 meters. So to have to go there and back, we're talking like over half a football field. If you've ever been on a football field, soccer, football, it doesn't matter where you're from. That is a lot of distance, and that's how dominant she is in this event. And there she is finishing, and obviously no one else is there because she's hanging out. She could have some popcorn and Pop-Tarts and pop whatever, but she is going to be having a good time tonight celebrating this epic swim that she breaks the Olympic record in. So the Olympic record was a 15:35, and she comes in and just excited. The quality of this screenshot is not doing it justice, but she did not have a lot of emotion after that 400 because Titmus, I was blanking on her name, I don't know why, one of the greatest Australian swimmers ever, Titmus won the 400, took away the world record. McIntosh was there in the 400 as well. But Ledecky is coming back, and she is a happy camper to take home that individual gold. And let me tell you, Team USA needs the individual gold medals because Australia has more gold medals. So we want to see that. This is Katie Ledecky. She is the GOAT. And she's the GOAT, not just because she's been winning this stuff for so long, but she absolutely crushed everyone. This is not like, oh, I'm going out for a stroll in the park. It's, I am going to bury all of you. I am absolutely going to bury all of you. Wow, this is a great question. Why do they barely kick when they're swimming? You know, it's a good question. It's because they're doing such a long race. So they are kicking, it's more for balance. And then coming off the walls, and at the end, when they turbocharge and they empty the gas tank, that's really when they kick. You'll see a lot more kick in the 400 and down. But when you get over a 400, we're really into distance land, and you're not really going to see it. Yeah. Katie was out for a leisurely swim. Guys, we got Penn coming up next, so don't worry. We're going to talk about some of these absolutely ridiculous things. There it is. Yeah, lots of pressure on her, and she always delivers. That is outstanding. Outstanding. So let's go ahead and get I love it. You guys are awesome. There's the win. She won by over 10 seconds. And what can we expect from the greatest of all time? Oh, this is a cool slide. So when we look at Katie Ledecky's dominance, you can see here, this was another historic night because of this. Not just all the other stuff we had going on. This is another historic night. Look at this. Katie Ledecky, 12 medals. How about golds? 8? That is insane. So if she can win, they got 2 events remaining, the 800 freestyle and the 4x2 free relay. Her chances are looking really good in this 800 freestyle. The 4x2, the U.S. ladies are going to have to step up. It's a team effort. We will see what she can do. Wow. And if you guys thought the action wasn't, I mean, we still have 2 more insane finals coming up. Like this was, like I said in the beginning, this was one of the greatest nights of Olympic swimming. It reminds me of 2008 Beijing with Michael Phelps. The 2 sessions that I'm thinking specifically when he beat Milorad Kavit by 1/100th of a second in the 100 butterfly, and when Jason Lezak came home in a 46.06 and they beat the French. That was up there as one, 2 of the best Olympic sessions. This tonight was one of those. So, but first we get into the next one. We had 2 more semifinals. Then we get into Pan and the world record and all that craziness that ensued after. So right now we have the 200 backstroke. This right here is the gold medalist in the 100, just to give you some lane assignments. They're looking good into the finish here. That's 154. I believe these guys were cruising. Some of the best swimmers, they save it for the final. Look at the results right here from semifinal number 1. I think this guy is the one to watch. He looks so easy from Hungary. I mean, yes, his teammate got beaten by Leon Marchand in the 200 fly, but this 200 backstroke, I think he's going to drop a lot of time tomorrow. He's going to look good. Second heat, we have Ryan Murphy. And if you look into the finish, what happened? They're all bunched up together. But when we look at the results, that was a shocker. That was a miss. We have the gold medalist in the 100 backstroke, did not make it. We have Ryan Murphy from the United States. He did not make it. Remember, only the top 8 make it into the final. And the thing is, the times really weren't that fast. We've been talking about times a lot this week. The times weren't that fast, and Ryan Murphy is not going to get a chance to get back in there, defend an Olympic gold medal that he has. The Italian swimmer as well, not going to get in there, but it is what it is. This is the Olympic Games. We're going to keep an eye on what happens tomorrow. Next up, we had the semifinal of the women's 200 breaststroke, and then we had the final of the men's 200 breaststroke where we saw Leon Marchand. So just wait a couple minutes and we'll get into that. That was absolutely mind-blowing. So let's take a look at this. Right now, we have some top swimmers right here. We got to keep an eye on this South African swimmer because her teammate won the 100 breaststroke. And as they dive into the water, There they are swimming. There she is right there. Look at the speed. Now, the speed's a lot slower in breaststroke. We're talking 1.26, 1.25 meters per second. They're not moving quite as fast as the other strokes, as fast as the men, but we're coming into the finish here. You know what's crazy? The world record's a 2:17.55. So right here, you see where the swimmers are? That's the world record. So they would have already been done. There's 7 meters to go. Remember, it is a semifinal. Let's go ahead and keep things cooking. This is the second semifinal, and I was just at the U.S. Olympic Trials in Indianapolis, where I got to see Kate Douglas absolutely coasting. I think she went in one of the prelim swims. She went like a 2:18 or something. She almost broke the world record in the prelims. She is going to be dangerous, but you can't take your eyes off of Smith in lane 4 from South Africa. She won gold in the 100 breaststroke, and the 200 is her specialty. So she is definitely going to be someone to watch, and I think we got a preview of what we're going to see tomorrow night. Do you see what I'm seeing? This is a two-person race from South Africa and the United States. That's Smith and that's Douglas. We know Douglas is dominant. She's been amazing in the NCAA circuit in short course yards. Now she's showing us that she can do it in long course meters. Tomorrow it's going to be good. There's Lily King, but let's look at the overall results and see how they stacked up. Lily King does make it in the final, but I really think this is going to be a two-person race for the gold. And when we look at the splits, nothing too crazy. Remember, world record is 2:17.55, 2:19, 2:19, and then we have a big drop-off. Remember, the top 8 get into that final. We're going to see what happens tomorrow, and I am very excited. Now, we have to come to the Piste de la Résistance. This is the second event for Leon Marchand in the final. He already won the 200 butterfly, dethroning Christoph Milak, the world record holder and the defending Olympic gold medalist. And here is how he stacks up leading into the 200 breaststroke. This double, for your information, has never been done. No one has ever come in and won the 200 butterfly and the 200 breaststroke in the same day, or at least in the same Olympics. It's never been done. And the only person that I can think of that's capable of doing this double is this guy right here. Even the great Michael Phelps, even the greatest of all time, couldn't pull off a double of a 200 butterfly and a 200 breaststroke. We know Michael Phelps won the 200 fly a bunch of times, but he could never win the 200 breaststroke. He's just not that good in that stroke. So to see it done, imagine in his home pool, you can see this is the event we are leading into right now. And let's take a look at the lane assignments, because we have Marchand right there in that dark blue cap. He is in lane 4. Lane 4 is the thing. The defending gold medalist is right in the lane next to him. That is Stubblety Cook of Australia. And he is going to give him a run for his money because he knows what Marchand has just done. But you know what? He is fresh, and he knows he has a secret weapon. Now, I'm talking about this guy right here. His secret weapon is his last 50. So if Marchand is not able to take it out fast enough, he's going to get run down, and he's going to be tired after swimming that 200 fly about an hour earlier. So off into the water, and you guessed it, Leon Marchand showing the world that he is not just the greatest 400 IM swimmer, but he is the greatest 200 butterfly swimmer and the greatest 200 breaststroke swimmer of all time. I made the comment yesterday in the semifinal. I think he looks fantastic, and if he didn't swim anything other than the 200 breaststroke, he would go out in 59 seconds, because in the semifinal, he took it out in 1:08, and guess what? He's looking really good, moving 1.44 meters per second. You can see in this specific position, because he's breathing, he's actually going slower right now. It doesn't mean that these guys are gaining on him. It just means you can see here he's at extension. That is the fastest part of the stroke, and that's why he's moving at 1.48 meters per second. Marchand right here is at the slowest part of the stroke, and that's why he's moving 1.44 meters per second. We're at 55 seconds into the race. This is about 8 meters to go from the wall. And as we can see here, I love this screenshot. They had his coach. This is Bob Bowman. He is the coach of Michael Phelps, or he used to coach Michael Phelps, the greatest of all time. There is Marchand. He was cheering for him, and I think deep down, he's not going to say this, but Bob Bowman knew that he was going to win this event all along. They knew that their harder race is already done. The 200 butterfly would have been the ultimate test to see what he's capable of. If you guys are not following along, but this guy right here, Leon Marchand, clocked a 1:46 in the 200 breaststroke in short course yards. He was able to take, in a 50-yard pool, he was able to go 26 seconds, taking 0 strokes on the way down, 1 stroke on the way back. You cannot sit here and tell me yards don't matter. He's not that good of a breaststroke swimmer. No, no, no. He is the greatest breaststroke swimmer, the fastest of all time, because he's able to do this double. His times in yards are now translating into the long course. And when we look at this is Leon Marchand right here. This is the French guy. Now, I have to tell you guys, I was so excited watching this race for a number of reasons, but especially when this happened. Do you guys see what this is? Pay attention to this. This is the world record line, and we have yet to see the world record line even show up on the stream, because no one has been even close to any of the world records. And here we have it. He's just nibbling on it right there. He's just nibbling on the world record. And at this point, he has clearly defined his lead. Remember what I was talking about. This is Stubble Lee Cook. He has the fastest closing 50 speed of anyone in the field. He even outsplit Marchand on this last 50. And guess what happens at the very end of the race? Yes, we're at 1:55. 10 seconds to go in the race. This is the finish. This is Leon Marchand. This is Olympic history, not only for winning the 200 breaststroke, but for doing it on the same day as the 200 fly, which has never been done before. Not only that, this is his 3rd gold medal, which has never been done by a French swimmer, or I believe French Olympian ever. There's some stat in there, correct me in the comments, but this was a historic day. There's Stubble Lee Cook right in there for 2nd. Valiant effort, but how can you contend with this guy? Look at him. He fell in the water celebrating. He's having a good time. Look how happy he is. And there it is. That is the celebration. And you know what I appreciate? He's got this humble confidence to him. He knows he's the best swimmer in the world. He knows he is the greatest in this moment. He's been the greatest for the last 3 years, actually. But now to do it in front of his home country of France, to do this in front of a home crowd. I mean, the crowd witnessed an amazing 100 freestyle. They saw him dethrone the defending gold medalist in the 200 butterfly. Then they see him, one of their own, dethrone the defending Olympic gold medalist in the 200 breaststroke. I mean, he dethroned 2 defending gold medalists in 2 different events, 1 hour apart. And if you were to tell me that there's more action to be had that is right up there with this, I would have told me we're done. We're done. I can't take it. There's no more energy. I ran out of popcorn. There's no more. If you guys are watching at home, go get more popcorn and pause the screen, come back, because we have more action to be had. Not just Marchand, but we have more. Take a look at the results. An Olympic record, 205.8. I said it yesterday in the live stream. I thought he was going to go 206. I thought he had a 205 in him if he did not swim the 200 butterfly right before. This kid showed up, and he showed us how it's done. I call him a kid because the dude was born, he's only 22 years old or whatever. Look at that split, 205. We're going to zoom in, give this respect, okay? Look at that split. 28.4, 32.1. He went out in a minute 0.5, and I think he was coasting into that 50. He tried hard on the first 50. He was under the world record pace. I think he let off the gas pedal a little bit so he doesn't die, conserve his energy, kind of pace himself, and then he really pushed it on that last 100, 32.5, 32.7. Look at Stubble Lee Cook, 32.4. He was able to close on him, but Marchand still won by almost a full second, and you can see the overall results. That is France taking home another gold. Australia taking home a silver. How about Casper from the Netherlands taking home a bronze? Congratulations. Very, very exciting in France. Incredible. Incredible racing. Next up, we got to talk about, you know what? Let's go back. Hold on. We got some commentary. I know some people are commenting, and I want to make sure everyone gets a chance to share their opinions if they have any. So let's go ahead and pull some of this on screen. Then we'll talk about Pan. Let's talk about Pan. He is a real GOAT, in my opinion. Fast pool means it's Olympic deep. There is some commentary about the pool, but you know what? We obviously saw some fast swimming. Why doesn't Paris have a fast pool? I don't know. These were some pretty fast times. I made a video about the pool itself. Leon is the king. Yeah, this is pretty crazy. Marchand is the new Michael Phelps, but he is not from the USA this time around. I mean, there are a lot of comparisons with Leon Marchand and Michael Phelps. I mean, think about it. They were both dominant in the individual medleys. Michael Phelps really made a name for himself in the 200 butterfly. Marchand, not really known for being dominant in the 200 butterfly, but you can't really argue with what he just did. You also can't argue with the fact that he just won a 200 of stroke that is also not freestyle. Michael Phelps doubled up with the 200 butterfly and the 200 freestyle. He didn't swim the 200 backstroke or the 200 breaststroke. He probably would have been better at the 200 backstroke. I think he qualified for that back in 2004, and he dropped that event because he would have been swimming 9 events. Is Leon Marchand at that Michael Phelps level in this Olympics? I would say inside of this Olympics, yes, because Marchand could come in here and he could probably swim a number of different events and win all of them. He could have won the 100 breaststroke. I don't think anyone's doubting that after watching this 205. If he swam the 100 breaststroke, he would have won the 100 breaststroke. But he wasn't swimming it. You know, maybe there's some other events. We'll see how he does in the 200 IM. But it just goes to show how versatile this guy is. And he is absolutely... Oh, I just realized France. Yeah, that's good. Thank you for the comment. All respect to the French. Désolé. I apologize. Wow. Okay. The best could be coming for Leon. What a present and future for him and for us. We will see what he does in the 200 IM. I mean, he is on pace to break the world record in that event. He has not broken the world record. I believe Ryan Lochte still holds that at a 1:54.00. That is the world record. And yeah, there is a lot to be discussed right there. But let's go ahead and keep things moving because we had an absolute banger to close out the night. I was so thrilled. I was excited watching this. It had been talked about. The men's 100 free is what we're talking about. The men's 100 free had been talked about as one of the greatest races heading into this, along with the 50 freestyle. But it is going to be good. Marchand stroke analysis from this event. Yes, I will absolutely be doing some stroke analysis on all that stuff. So make sure you guys are subscribed. I've already done a few analysis videos about Leon Marchand. Leon Marchand, for most of the French population, has kind of come out of nowhere, and he is now like the home country favorite. But he's been an amazing swimmer for the last couple of years, and I've done a number of videos about him. There were some questions about the pool not being very fast, and you guys, I did a full breakdown video about the pool. I am going to link it at the end of this video for you guys to check out. And a lot of it is physics and the environment of how to swim fast. By the way, if you guys are looking to swim faster yourself, I actually talk about a lot of those concepts in my book. It's 101 Ways to Swim Faster. Check it out on Amazon. And I discuss the pool is literally one of the chapters in the book about how the environment impacts your fast swimming. The temperature of the pool, the environment of everything really does impact how fast you swim. So make sure you check that out. Now, let's go ahead and keep things moving because we have the final event of the session, the men's 100 freestyle. We knew it was going to be an absolutely stellar race, and all eyes were on this guy because this guy right here, Popovic from Romania, he won the 200-meter freestyle. Just a month ago, he had gone a 46.9. Not quite a world record. The world record, 46.8. That guy is in this event as well, and that is Pan. We were also keeping an eye on Chalmers from Australia. This is Chalmers right here. He is gold in 2016, silver in 2020 for Australia. He was also someone to watch. And when we look at the lane assignments, like the women's 100 freestyle, literally any of these guys could have won this race. Heading into it. When we look at the result, maybe not. But heading into this race, literally any of these people. We've got Giuliano for the United States. This guy, remember, he qualified from the United States in the 50, 100, and 200 freestyle. He's an outside lane. We have Popovic right here. Remember, he was a 46.9 just a week ago. He burst onto the scene as a teenager just a few years ago, dropping some absolutely ridiculous times. This swimmer from Hungary has been on fire at these Paris Olympics. We've got Pan. He is the world record holder, and we saw him lead off the free relay in a 46.9. So I'm going to put 46.8 as his world record. We have Kyle Chalmers. We just talked about him. He was the defending gold medalist in 2016, and then in 2020, he was the silver medal. Then we have for the French, we have Maxime Grousset. For Team France, you know they're going to make some noise for him. We have Jack Alexi. He was a 47.0 at the U.S. Olympic trials. And we have this standout from Germany. He's good for a 47 as well. So you can see the field is stacked. And when you have a stacked field, it's really difficult to see peak performance and fast times. But that didn't stop this guy right here. And that is Pan from China. Let's take a look at what happened. This is the very beginning of the race. We're at 15 seconds into the race. Let me go ahead and draw it for you guys. We're at 15 seconds into the race. This line, in case you're wondering, this is 35 meters into the race. And you can see Pan is moving, yes, that is right, at 1.97 meters per second. Look at how fast he is moving with an early speed. He's got like a torpedo on the back end there. And let's look at what happens on the way back. This is at 28 seconds. He flipped just on pace with his world record split. He was 22.2 to the feet. And you can see that's what this 0.02 is. The world record split was 22.26. He was 0.02 above that. Look at the speed. He's moving at 1.99 meters per second. Maxime is moving at 1.92 meters per second. And this, you can just see the separation he's starting to have from the field. And we got another 15 seconds to go. Now you can really see it in perspective. Pan is extending his lead. We're at 38 seconds on the clock. And at this point, as soon as I saw Pan from the get-up, he was in the lead. It's his race to lose. Now the question became, how much is he going to win by? And heading into the finish, to be able to maintain this speed of 1.9 plus meters per second, everyone else is falling off. Basically, we have a line. Whoop, we lost it, guys. We lost it. There we are. Basically, we have a line of people in second position. And as we head into the finish, it's getting more and more dramatic. Look at this line heading into the finish. And this is Pan. He is out there swimming on his own. He has clean water. He has a perfect feel of the water out in front, that extension. Look at the rate of speed into the finish. We've never seen this before. We have never seen nearly 1.9 meters per second into the very finish. I mean, we're at 94 meters right now. This is 94 meters because this distance right here, 96 meters. This is only 4 meters into the finish. He is coming in with the fastest speed that we've ever seen. This is insane. And there he is at the finish. It was his for the taking. And not only is he just celebrating because he won the event, he came in with an astonishing 46.4. The other guys in the field were applauding him. They were giving their congratulations because this is an absolute monster swim. If you were to ask me, heading into the Olympics, is someone going to go a 46.4? I would say no. I think the fastest anyone can go is a 46.6, 46.7. And even that is optimistic. Remember, Caleb Dressel won the last Olympics in a 47.0. And then to see this happen, wow, this is just mind-blowing. And then to make things even more dramatic, heading into this event tonight, this is night number 5 of the Olympics, we had seen some slow swimming. We talked about why the pool is fast. We talked about, not fast, we talked about why the pool is slow. And then this happens, and it just wraps up the evening so well. The other guys were just, I don't even know what else to say. When you look at this, it's the closest swim to the legendary Lezak, 46.06. At some level, this is faster than that. I mean, you got to think about it. Jason Lezak had an incredible relay exchange. You got to take, 0.6, 0.7 on that. That 46.06 split was probably like a 46.7. Keep in mind, he was wearing a full bodysuit, right? This absolutely comes in, and this is just next level stuff, and it is absolutely, I mean, this comment right here, what did I miss? You missed the greatest night of Olympic swimming of these Olympic Games so far. And I can't think back of a night that matches up because of the multiple storylines that happen in one session. And then to wrap things up with a gold medal swim that was a world record. This is the first and potentially only world record of these Olympic Games. So to answer the question, what did I miss? Dude, you missed a lot. Go get some popcorn and rewind all the way to the beginning of this because it was absolutely insane. Do you think the next Olympics will see a sub 46? No. I'll just be straight with you, Colin. I do not see a sub 46 at the next Olympics. I think the bar has been set now at 46 by multiple people. If you guys haven't seen a video I just put out today with Brett Hawk, he was the coach of Cesar Cielo and Fred Bousquet and all those top guys. They went 46. The current world record is held by Cielo, 20.91 in the 50. It has not been broken. That video came out today. We were talking about who was going to win this event. We were talking about who's going to win the 50 freestyle. Go watch that event. Go watch that video if you haven't seen already. But to answer your question, no, I don't think we're going to see sub 46 because the bar has been set at 46 now. We're going to see a lot more guys going 46. We might not see 45 seconds for another 20 or 30 years. That's how fast I think we're at right now. I mean, Michael Phelps was literally speechless after this event. Michael Phelps was literally the reaction time, though. Yes, let's talk about the reaction time, okay? So his reaction time, 0.62. He was off the blocks like a missile. But this is where the magic happened. Let me zoom in for you guys. Right here, we look at the splits. 24.12. This is the fastest second 50 split that we've ever seen. We've never seen anyone go a 24.1, obviously after going a 22.2. And when you look at these splits, I mean, look at that. 24.4 is no messing around. You know, we've been talking about Pan the whole time. We forgot to mention the other swimmers. How about Kyle Chalmers right here coming home with a 47.4? And the thing that we really need to focus on is look at the differential between second, third, and fourth. I mean, this is all that gets you on the podium, right? This is gold, silver, and bronze. So to imagine by 0.01 not getting on the podium, that is so difficult to see. But this is the Olympic Games. This is what it's all about. And to cap off the night with a world record, absolutely astonishing. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. Popovich in there for third. This was an incredible session, and I'm so excited that you guys were here to share it with me. Engage in the comments. Who are you cheering for? What is the hype? Because this was a truly special night. So if you guys want to watch this again, you know, rewind to the beginning, watch my commentary, go watch the full races online, come back, engage, and I'll see you at the next recap. And until then, happy swimming.